What a dramatic Thursday night of typical African football game between the Eagles of Mali and the Black Stars of Ghana. The Black Stars of Ghana staged a remarkable comeback in Bamako versus the Eagles of Mali on Thursday night, as they came from behind to win 2-1 in stoppage time, courtesy a Jordan Ayew winner. This was a crucial match day 3 Group I encounter, with the two teams coming into the game needing a good result to boost their chances of qualification at the 2026 FIFA World Cup in USA, Mexico, and Canada. And for the Black Stars, who edged this one out, not only has this unforeseen win revived the African football giants' chances of qualification in the group, the win was essential for the next steps of development for this new and young Black Stars squad and their young coach, Ayew. Even better, there is this special feat to this Black Stars win over Mali, as it was the Stars' first win all year, and also their first win away from home in over 2 years. With all that briefing, you already got a feel of how crucial Thursday night's game and the win was for Ghana football, and especially the Black Stars. And man, Ghana's Black Stars and a comeback win in one statement? When last did you experience something like that? Yesterday's game had so much at stake, definitely one you couldn't and shouldn't have missed. Still, on the Black Stars Mali game, we definitely are not the only ones to have noticed some positives worth highlighting and commending the team for, eh? You saw some things that most definitely impressed you, right? Yeah, those, exactly. You know, this is a Black Stars team that has been hitting new levels of low in the last 5 years. Not to take things even too farther, this is the same Black Stars team that crashed out of the Africa Cup of Nations at only the group stage in Côte d'Ivoire just under 5 months ago, without winning a single game in a group that included Egypt, Cape Verde, and Mozambique. That said, it is understandable to think the levels have dropped drastically in recent times. But now, with a new technical team and a seemingly new young crop of players in transition, for the team to have grabbed all 3 points in their first competitive game after that disappointing Cup of Nations campaign definitely deserves some shouts. Now, here are 5 things we learned from last night's win over Mali. 5 positives the team must build on to restore Ghana back to the pinnacle of African football. Number 1. New Black Stars coach, Ayew indeed has the balls to lead this team. When the Black Stars list for this round of qualifiers dropped last week, many Ghanaian football lovers and media houses fumed over the big omissions and interesting choices of inclusion from coach Ayew. The biggest talking point was the omission of captain Ayew. Fast forward to last night, when coach Ayew selected his first 11 for the game, more big calls were made as, except captain Thomas Partey. 90% of the Black Stars team were under the age 25. Again, another experienced player in Jordan Ayew, who eventually scored the winning goal, had to start from the bench for a youngster in Olympique Lyons Ernest Nuama to make his first ever competitive Black Stars start. Nuama got that all-important equalizer. Again, within the last 20 minutes of the game, where Mali were mounting enormous pressure on the Black Stars, coach Ayew went bold again. He brought on youngsters, Abdul Mumin and Ibrahim Sulemana, for their Black Stars debuts. You all saw their impacts on the game. These bold calls, and for a fact, the team handler's inability to take them, in our opinion, has been the bane of the Black Stars' existence in recent times, under recent managements of Chris Hughton. Under those eras, supposed senior players were untouchable in the team, no matter how badly they played on the night. That is how come, in past games, a lagged Ayew would still be kept on the pitch, and he would end up either giving away a penalty or take a needless red card to hurt the team. Number 2. If given time and support, this Black Stars can do well. It is one thing to go into an away game in Africa knowing you cannot afford to lose, only to concede right on the stroke of halftime against the run of play. And it is another thing, some level of fight and passion really, to equalize, let alone add a winner late on. Ghanaian fans have for some time now berated how passionless the current Black Stars are. You get people even say that the players do not really care about playing for their motherland, but only their paycheck. But in last night's game, you see the likes of Alexander Jiku putting his body on the line to block heavy shots. Ati Ziggy making some wonderful stops to keep his side in the game, even though he was unfairly dropped at the AFCON for Richard Ofori. Tariq Lamptey running up and down the right-hand side to contribute both in attack and defense. Late substitute Abdul Fatawu Isahaku chasing down a loose ball in the 93rd minute to get the assist for the winner. Not going to lie, most Ghanaians would have definitely cherished a draw in last night's game, but it looks like this new Black Stars team have some fight and mentality in them. Number 3, Ghanaians still love their Black Stars. True that the Black Stars are still a mile away from reaching their top levels of the path, and far away they are from winning back the hearts and love of all Ghanaians, but this sweet victory can definitely be a good starting point. Accra Streets literally went into a frenzy when Jordan Ayew's goal went in, and that tells just how much Ghanaians still want their Black Stars to do well. This gives us the feeling that if the team's handlers and the playing body continue to perform like they did last night, then Ghanaians will definitely bring back the love at one point. Number 4, the American dream is on. At halftime last night, Ghana were in 5th place in Group 1, 4 points behind Mali, making our quest for automatic qualification nearly impossible. But now, with that win and our 6 points and 1 goal difference, we are 3rd on the group table, tied on 6 points with Madagascar and Comoros after 3 games played each. What this means is that we have our destiny back into our hands. We only have to win our remaining games. Remember, right after the draw was made, the most difficult game for the Black Stars on paper was last night's away game versus Mali. With that hurdle successfully cleared, a non-complacent Black Stars team should be able to get the rest of the job done. The 2026 American dream is still on. Finally, the sports ministry can do better. In the midst of all the excitement and jubilation, let us commend the Malians for the fine quality of the 50,000 capacity Stade Mars pitch. Not only was the natural grass so green, but the turf was smooth, and that definitely contributed to Black Stars' win. Why? Because most of our stars ply their trade abroad and in Europe, where they play on fine quality pitches. A bad turf would have definitely made their task extra difficult. Now the team has returned to Ghana, and they are currently based in Kumasi, preparing for the game versus Central African Republic on Monday. However, early images from the Kumasi Baba Yara Stadium are not encouraging enough. You wonder whether the grasses are indeed green, or that there are enough of them on the pitch. We should do better as a football nation. This is an appeal to the FA and the ministry. Listen, we want our teams to do well. We want our football to develop, and a big part of that is having quality pitches. We plead with the authorities to fix our pitches to grow our own game. This is one of the crucial ways we can develop our game as a nation. It is our hope that authorities put the best arrangements in place, so we see some significant changes in our next set of home games after this. Final words. We say massive congratulations to the team for last night's win versus Mali, and we wish the Black Stars and Ayew the very best of luck in the game versus Central African Republic on Monday. We will be at the Baba Yara Stadium to support the team come Monday. We hope to see you all there. The dream is still on. The 2026 American dream is definitely on.